So the next stereotype about millennials, which this one confuses me a lot, is that millennials are lazy. And I find this one confusing because when I think, I think it just happened because we hear this about Gen Z now too. They're so lazy. And when I look at Gen Z, I actually think they're quite overachievers in certain aspects. But I think this is just something that happens when you're coming of age, 20 something year olds. Oh, they're lazy. They don't ever leave the house. They don't get off their phones. When I think back on my early 20s, I was working two, if not three jobs. I had friends that were in school full time that were working two jobs on the side. So I just don't see where that lazy stereotype about us came from. So I'm going to give you a few different words about millennials that are more positive than that. And one is that we're highly adaptive. So when you think about the millennial, we adapted to everything. We grew up as we were learning the internet. We learned every new cell phone as it came out. We learned how to text with just numbers and then got to have smartphones and all of that. So we've really adapted to everything that's come at us and been thrown at us. When you look at Gen Z, they're not necessarily super adaptive. All of this technology has been a standard for them. They've always had it. And we kind of saw this a little bit with the pandemic. They didn't adapt super, super well to all the change, to being able to go to remote learning and all of those things, where millennials adapted really well, being able to work from home. A lot of them are still choosing to do it half at home and half at work because they liked that and found that it worked out for them. So your millennial is typically highly adaptive, tech savvy, multitasker, team player, resourceful. So just want to give you some positive things to think about when we hear that millennial word instead of lazy.